Lerone Bennett, who's written extensively about this.
Just one question. Thank the Spirit for Brother Tavis, and thank the Spirit for Hampton University. I'm glad to be here on this holy ground. I want to address that question as an individual. If reparations is not a front burner issue, black people are responsible. If you believe in it, talk about it all the time, everywhere. This country owes us more money in all the banks of the world. We ought to adopt the same position as certain ethnic groups, and every day, everywhere, say, show us the money. Show us the money. Pay us. Our churches, our fraternities, our sororities, everybody ought to be talking every day about the fact that we're the richest people in the world. They just won't give us our money. And it's up to us to do it. We can't wait on other people to empower us. Every study group ought to be talking about reparations. Every group in the world has dealt with this issue. Why don't African Americans talk all the time about the money that this country owes us today? And I just want to put that on the table as a personal thing, because black people don't talk about it enough. And really what we need, and I'm through, we get a lot of people, we need more people with suits, with shirts and ties, talking about this issue and pressing this issue.
You thank Lerone Bennett. One last question. I saw you stand in the back. One more. I'm sorry. Let me get you. We got to go right quick, though. We got a 1 o'clock live hit, and it's 10 after.
One thing I wanted to point out is that the covenant in action is not about a particular agenda. It talks about how to take action on whatever your agenda is that's going to make Black America better. A toolkit, strategies, how to begin to have tough conversations in the community. Take action around your agenda, because it is the agenda that's going to improve the world.
All right. I saw this right quick. This last one.
Mr. Smiley,
yes.
my name is Bonnie Winston. I'm with the Richmond Free Press, and this question is for you. I appreciate all the sponsors that have made this possible this time and for the past 8 years. But when do you think we can have a State of the Black Union like this that is funded by black people rather than white corporations?
I could have the short answer is I could have this funded by black people today if I wanted to charge them to get in. And I have refused. That's just my own personal, speaking of it as an individual. I have decided that I don't want to charge black folk to try to help them to improve their communities and their country. That's just a decision I have made. Somebody else, and this is not, I mean, people write about this. You will write and talk about this as the definitive conversation annually in Black America. I'm just one brother who's trying to convene one conversation. I'm honored that so many friends and members of my extended family show up to be a part of it. But I am not the end-all, be-all. This is not the end-all, be-all. There might be other conversations. It's just the model that I have chosen to use to get this out to as many people. For that matter, I can make money if I wanted to, trying to sell it to a commercial network, rather than doing it to C-SPAN where everybody can see it and not have to pay to get it. And so we're trying to put this out there to as many people as we can. The first book cost $12. I wasn't happy with that. And by the way, to your point, all the money from the first book went to a black-owned publishing company called Third World Press, the oldest black publishing company in the country based in Chicago. All the proceeds. I didn't take an advance on it. I didn't take a back end on it. Every dime, millions of dollars and counting, stayed with that black-owned press. All the proceeds from the new book go to support the covenant with Black America. We live in the 21st century. We got to have a web agenda. And so we're financing the website, Covenant with Black America, through this text. So I'm trying to give it out for free, the information, and yet touch as many people as I can. My final thought was this one was $12. I wasn't happy. I made this one $10. You will never see on the New York Times bestseller list a book that's #1 that costs $12, and then the companion that comes out after it have the price dropped down to $10. I'm doing that because we're trying to put this in the hands of as many people as we can to enlighten, to encourage, and to empower them. Reverend Jackson, make a quick comment. We got to break for lunch.
I really want to say this because I think that's a part of this discussion. These companies are not white folks' companies. These banks are given federal license This is our federal government. We help win the war to save the Union. It's our government. These companies benefit from our taxes. These companies benefit from our consumer investment. These are our companies. These are public corporations. And we are stockholders, and we're 401. These are our companies. The very idea that these are white companies itself suggests that we're missing something in what really belongs to us in the first place. I want to go a step further, because if we, like Virginia is theirs and ghetto is ours, if we did the work without wages and we pay the taxes, then the Virginia pension funds deserve our share of pension funds. We need to have a fish fry to get billions. If New York got a $250 billion pension fund, we got 0.14% of it. It's our money. Part of the issue is that we're so unclear on what's ours until we're not even demanding until we know that truth. Well, we might win a battle that's not the battle to be fought. I wish I had just one witness up in here. Because I think that what is Walmart that we fight about wages, and what is Wells Fargo, these companies belong to us. We license them. We work for them. They have our 401k money. They have our pension money. They operate in our neighborhood. They get tax breaks from our city governments. And the thing, white folks, they think they belong to them. And they act like they belong to them. These companies, therefore, should be advertising with your paper. Not the question, will Tavis be accountable because he uses them? The question is, why ain't they advertising with your paper? That's the big question to me, is that, and I think once we're clear on that, this last question came up about the desegregation business. We marched for our right to have equal access. Well, you marry, intermarry, that's your private business. We marched, removed barriers, and pitted us based upon our race. And that is where we are today. And I want to thank you, Tavis, because I think in this case, I don't want you to take that as a private hit. I'm glad these companies are here. I'll be twice that many here. Because if we demand, we get our share of 401k and our share of pension, that $9 trillion in mutuals, we control $5 billion. Of $9 trillion, we got $5 billion. Harvard got a $24 billion endowment. We don't manage zero. So when Bank One and Charter does a $60 billion merger, white folks having a merger. Bank One and does a merger, $100 million in management fees, we got zero. $750 million in legal fees, we got zero. And why we didn't raise hell about it? Because we thought that was theirs. We're not fighting for our share of money because we think our money is their money.